Right.
Feel like I had mud on his ankle and water in his eyeball? He did
Good here?
Hi, where are you, Watford?
All right, how you doing today?
I'm fine, you?
Not too bad, not too bad. My name's Sean Williams. I'm a conservation. Do you have your registration handy?
Yeah, I can find it here. What do you want to hear that?
This one right here.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing aquatic.
Hey, I heard Perry was so low that the rocks, these things, the mussels, you can just see them everywhere. Is that true?
Yep.
I haven't driven up there yet. I would like to go up there and see that.
Yeah, they'll attach to any hard substrate. Uh-huh.
Tell you what,
A couple there.
Tell you what, I went over to Cabela's 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought me some good life jackets. I didn't give a damn what they cost me.
That's the important thing to have, them life jackets.
Here's my throw cushion.
There's your throw cushion. All right.
I have another older jacket.
Remember, when you're on the water, they need to be out and accessible.
Correct.
Not stowed in a compartment there. Looks good. And your fire extinguisher.
Picture.
All right, it's charged up.
Okay.
Does your horn work on your vessel?
I don't have a horn, I have a whistle.
Have a whistle right there. That will work.
How often do you clean your boat? After every launch, every few launches, occasionally, or never? Probably every 3 or 4 launches, probably. Okay.
Alrighty, we're going to have you pull into the first lane over here, and we're going to check out your vessel and just have your boat registration handy. Okay? Alrighty, thank you.
But what we wanted to do today is go ahead and do a quick look at your boat and look to make sure you don't have these or any other aquatic nuisance species attached. We'll spend a few minutes visiting with you about this thing, and then we'll get you out on the water as soon as we can. All right. And if you want to follow me along, I'll show you what we're looking at, because it's really simple to not spread these things around.
Okay.
It just takes a few minutes of your time. And we'll inspect now, but one thing to remember, what I look at here, do the same thing on your way out. And so when after you're done fishing for the day or enjoying the lake, just go ahead and do this on the way out. Clean, drain, and dry. Those are the 3 words that we say to remember that. And you can watch and make sure he does it right. Okay. So the clean step means just do an inspection of your boat. Look for anything that doesn't belong, like attached mud, plants, or any animals. And whatever you find, just remove it and leave it here. It was already here, leave it here. The next step is the drain, which means remove all water. Pull all your drain plugs, get the water out of your boat, out of live wells, bilges, anything like that. And just don't take any water out of here with you, because zebra mussels have a microscopic larva, something you can't see, and so it can be just moved in that water. And then the final step is dry. So just make sure your boat's been completely dried before you take it out again. If you want to take it out right away, just take it to a car wash or some hot, high pressure water will remove zebra mussels, kill fish viruses or these other things we're concerned about. So that's basically all I'm going to do is clean, drain, dry.
What
here.
about the live wells?
Live well is the same thing. Just pull your plugs out of your live wells
Yeah.
to let that water get out.
Okay.
And the best thing is we mentioned that car wash. You could just run that water, hot water, through it and blow
Just
it
hot
through.
water's all?
Yep, hot water kills them.
Bleach or
Bleach works as well if you want to use that in your
a
boat.
little bit?
We typically don't recommend bleach just because we want to make sure all that bleach is out and that it doesn't get back into the water
Sure,
and the
sure.
environment.
Okay.
But the hot water certainly does it. We usually say 140 degrees for 10 seconds. But you know, in any effort to wash and rinse that stuff out is very useful.
Okay.
So, well, and so what we'll do is just commonly, you just walk around, they'll attach to the hull of your boat, especially in these little crevices like this.
Okay.
And so what you want to do is just walk around your boat and look underneath it and check all those different areas. And so you can actually feel with your hand along these areas because they feel like sandpaper, the real small ones do. And so you just move your hand, check those little areas as you walk along the boat. And then also look for you know, any of these openings in the side of your boat, because those things are where the water comes in and out, and zebra mussels like to hang out in there on the
Okay.
little ridge.
Okay.
So just continue to do this, go around your boat, look for things as you go around, continue looking back and forth along there. It's fittings here. I notice you don't have your plug in, which is very good. That means you have the water out, so that's real good. So that's one thing we often check there. Look along your motor, check any of these areas. You're obviously an in and out boater, you spend the day at the lake, and so you won't have to worry about big incrustations, you know, if you left it for several days.
Right.
But still, it's very important to do a quick walk around to check these areas, make sure something didn't become attached. One other thing I noticed is you have an anchor right here.
Yep.
Anchors are really notorious for being something people forget about. And, you know, this little hinge plate right there, mud will get caught up in there. I'm sure you know
Oh
that.
boy.
And if you don't remember to get that mud out of it and leave it at the lake, zebra mussels can actually hide and live in that mud for quite a while. And so it's something you just want to just take a step, swish it off before you bring it back in your boat.
Interesting.
So we'll just go ahead and continue walking around the boat, check your lines.
Okay.
So, but you just, you know, make sure things are dry. I've already, you know, we can just look inside those things and make sure you don't have any water in there. And so that's it for the inspection that you need to do when you're at the lake. Just walk around, pull those plugs, clean, drain, dry, and that's really all it takes. Now I'm going to give you some literature to take with you today. One of the things we're concerned about are these Asian carp. They are here below the reservoir, and we certainly don't want people bringing them over top of the reservoir there. And so when you catch wild-caught bait or anything like that, you got to make sure you're not moving these things around. A lot of people here like to get gizzard shad, and the unfortunate thing is when these are small, they look like gizzard shad. So you take your dip net, get a bunch of gizzard shad to go fish over the lake. Well, the gizzard shad will die on the way up to the lake because they just don't like those buckets. But these things, they live.
They make it.
And so that's really the concerning thing. They'll change the way that we recreate and do things.
Yeah. Yeah. You bet.
The other thing, I'll give you a little bit of information about zebra mussels
Okay.
that we'd appreciate your review. And this one basically talks about, you know, we talk about zebra mussels, we talk about Asian carp, but really it's a whole group of things that we're concerned about: aquatic nuisance species or invasive species, plants, animals, and things like that. And this just kind of tells you all that clean, drain, dry step and things to look at. So that's all we have for today. You can get out there and enjoy the lake.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
Good.
As long as these guys are done with us.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We're not gonna do anything. Yeah, let me know if the thing's not out of here by like tomorrow or something. Okay.
Hey, I heard Perry was so low that the rocks, these things, the mussels, you can just see them everywhere. Is that true?
Yep.
I haven't driven up there yet. I would like to go up there and see that.
Yeah, they'll attach to any hard substrate.
Tell you what, I went over to Cabela's 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought me some good life jackets. I didn't give a damn what it cost me.
That's an important thing to have, them life jackets.
Here's my throw
There's your
cushion.
throw cushion.
And I have another older jacket.
Substrate. But usually it's for boats that have been in the water for
I
a
want
while.
one of them
I can
tabs
flip.
out on my windshield there, you know.
But anyway, we just got to
First
look
aid
it
kit.
over real good and feel. To ask you, first of all, what's your zip code? 66447.
How are we doing today?
Good.
We're out inspecting boats today for safety equipment and aquatic nuisance species. And would you like to participate?
Sure.
Alrighty. We're going to have you pull into the first lane over here, and we're going to check out your vessel and just have your boat registration handy. Okay? Alrighty. Thank you.
Conservation Officer, Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks. And what we're doing here today is having a zebra mussel inspection check lane. So what we're going to do is check your boat out for zebra mussels. Our fisheries biologist is going to go over a few things on a survey for you. And while we're doing that, I'm also going to do
Make sure your boat's been completely dried before you take it out again. If you want to take it out right away, just take it to a car wash or some hot, high pressure water will remove zebra mussels, kill fish viruses or these other things we're concerned about. So that's basically all I'm going to do is clean, drain, dry. We don't recommend bleach just because we want to make sure all that bleach is out and that it doesn't get back into the water and the environment.
Okay.
But the hot water certainly does it. We usually say 140 degrees for 10 seconds. But you know, any effort to wash and rinse that stuff out is very useful. Okay. What you want to do is just walk around your boat and look underneath it and check all those different areas. And so you can actually feel with your hand along these areas because they feel like sandpaper, the real small ones do. And so you just move your hand, check those little areas as you walk along the boat. And then also look for you know, any of these openings in the side of your boat because those things are where the water comes in and out. Zebra mussels like to hang out in there.
Okay.
Oh, you got Eric.
I go by
I'm getting close because I'm not getting the shots I'm looking for here.
The one last time, right? Yeah, Eric Anderson, yeah.
Ready to get out now.
Where's the beach? You know, we're right by Lawrence, so it's not a bad beach. Yeah, that's where it was freaking college town. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good day. Did you get some? You guys, I didn't know when you started. When we actually had a bunch of boats lined up, or did you get here? It was already kind of
You got so much down. I'm curious. I'll be watching for my